gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
A search for suspects in a deadly mass shooting in Philadelphia's Strawberry Mansion neighborhood. Police believe the scene on the 2400 block of Myrtle Wood Street is an illegal speakeasy. Our Ellen Kolodziej reports.
So we're not even halfway through the first month of the new year, and the shootings just keep going up.
Woo! So you heard what she said. It is on fire in the community, not even halfway through the first month of the new year. And these super gremlins are on demon time. And it's an absolute shame. It's an absolute travesty. We would have thought that, you know, we had learned from our mistakes in 2023. But it just appears that 2024 is going to be more of the same, unfortunately.
Philadelphia police were called to the Strawberry Mansion neighborhood of the city, where 6 people were shot.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous all over. It really is. It's scary.
Just before 1 this morning, police say shots rang out on the 2400 block of Myrtlewood Street at what they call an illegal speakeasy.
It's sad. It's really sad.
So an illegal speakeasy is basically an underground secret club or bar, or, you know, they're serving alcohol. They're, you know, hosting it as a venue in probably one of these, you know, little townhomes that they got in Philly. I mean, it's absolutely crazy and it's dangerous. And I told you guys and tried to warn you guys about large gatherings in the community. Large gatherings in the community are no longer safe. I know we love getting together and cutting up and, you know, turning up, but this is not the time. We need to suspend all large gatherings until we can solve this real issue in the community that we have with the violence going back and forth. You know, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Sad. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. This world is not right.
Police say the shooter was standing on the street outside and fired through the front door and window. A 53-year-old man was shot in the face and died at the scene. A 41-year-old man was shot several times in the chest and died at the hospital a short time later. 4 others, 2 women and 2 men, also suffered gunshot wounds to the legs and arms and were listed in stable condition.
And these are what mass shootings really look like in the United States. Okay, this is the majority of mass shootings that go on, but they're underreported, as is this one. You know, we're not hearing about this in mainstream news or blasted everywhere we go on social media. No, we're not hearing about this at all. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. But people are completely unaware of how dangerous these cities are in the community.
They dying for nothing. They dying for nothing. You say it. Your own kids. You see your own kids sit there and get shot in front of your face. You say it. It's hard.
Some neighbors like Jacqueline McIntyre say all the violence in the neighborhood makes them feel trapped in their own homes.
I don't know, because I don't really come out that much. I don't come out that much, but just to hear it on the news right around the corner where you live at, it's sad. You can't walk down the street. You can't sit on your porch. You can't go nowhere because of the move. You can't go nowhere. It's sad.
Others say they are tired of excuses and want real change.
Something done with these guns. Like, yeah, the guns and...
The guns. That's all they can say. The guns, the guns, the guns. What about these super gremlins on demon time?
The violence and some of this stuff need to be shut down. Like, it's really bad.
So police are asking for the public's help about this shooting. So if you know anything, please contact them immediately. And as always, you can remain anonymous. At police headquarters, Ellen Kolodziej, Fox 29 News.
Developing this morning, 7 people were shot and 2 people were killed in a mass shooting in Philadelphia. The outburst of gun violence happened near 6th Street and Allegheny Avenue in the Fair Hill section during the pouring rain last night. Detectives are urgently searching for the gunman. Action News reporter Corey Davis is live at Temple University Hospital, where most of the survivors are being treated. Good morning, Corey.
Matt, good morning. So we're being told that police rushed 4 of the victims here to Temple University Hospital. Two of them have died. We're told that they're all men between the ages of 19 and 30 years old, all 7 of the victims total. So right now, police are trying to sort this out, determining exactly whether drugs were involved, because they did find drugs as well as guns out there in the scene. They're also trying to determine whether any innocent bystanders were possibly hit, but they say they just don't know, considering the history of the block.
I don't think nobody's hanging out here in this nasty weather, but I would, at this point in time, I don't want to speculate, but the fact that we know some of the firearms, the amount of firearms that were recovered, as well as narcotics being recovered. This is a block that has had some known narcotic activity. It's not a block that we aren't familiar with.
So, even when the police are familiar with these areas that are high crime and high volatility, they still can't really do much to prevent what's going on, because their hands are tied. There's not much cooperation from the community, and it's just, you can't be everywhere at one time. And there's so much going on in Philly. These guys are overworked, underpaid, stretched thin, and this is the result. Mass shooting upon mass shooting upon mass shooting in the black community.
So police are telling us at least 70 shots were fired during this shooting at North 6th Street and West Allegheny Avenue. Evidence markers placed where each of those shell casings landed. They're just scattered along the road. So far, investigators are telling us they've recovered drugs as well as 1 long gun and 4 handguns. Police say several people called 911 just after 8:30 last night about a shooting at 6th and Allegheny. Officers found 4 of the victims on the street, one street over, along the 3200 block of North Fairhill Street, and rushed them here to Temple University Hospital. 2 of those victims were pronounced dead just after 9 o'clock. We're also told 3 other victims walked into area hospitals saying they were shot, bringing the total to 7 male victims between the ages of 19 to 30 years old. So this information could certainly change. Investigators saying that at the peak of this, the rain was really coming down, so that's slowing the process for them to gather more evidence in this case. They're also looking into whether this was possibly a drug deal that turned into a shooting. Once again, they have to interview witnesses to find out more information. For now, reporting live here in North Philadelphia, Corey Davis, Channel 6 Action News.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Yeah, Rosemary, this is the first mass shooting of 2024. Many neighbors were too afraid to go on camera with us today out of fear of retaliation. Many of them told us they didn't even know this speakeasy was there to begin with, but they say this gun violence needs to stop. From the outside, this looks like a typical home on Myrtlewood Street in Strawberry Mansion. But police say it was operating as an illegal speakeasy. And overnight, a shooter fired at least 10 times at it, hitting 6 people and killing 2 of them.
It's a very friendly neighborhood. It's not the safest neighborhood in the world.
Of the 4 men and 2 women shot, a 53-year-old and a 41-year-old man died. Police say everyone who survived is in stable condition. Nearby residents tell us the gun violence has long been too close to home.
It's definitely coming closer and closer. Yeah, so now it's just a couple blocks away. I don't know when it's going to be, it's going to move down the street. Who knows?
Yeah. But the problem is a lot of these people voted for this. I mean, we are so easily distracted by the identity politics that are being played on the community that essentially makes us loyal to the Democrat Party, and this is exactly what y'all asked for. Y'all were definitely screaming defund the police. Don't lie. All y'all in Philly were screaming defund the police. And then y'all ransacked multiple businesses, ran up in their shop, looting, wilding, setting businesses on fire. And now you have this exacerbated issue of black on black crime, right? Because I refuse to call it gun violence. We're just going to keep it a buck. You have this issue, and it's untamed right now, honestly. It really is. And if you speak against this type of stuff, you are a coon. You are a sellout. You are Uncle Tom. But how many black people have to die before the narrative of, you know, spreading awareness and taking group accountability is popularized and is part of the dominant culture?
This mass shooting comes less than 2 weeks after our new mayor and new police commissioner were sworn in, when Mayor Sherrell Parker declared a public safety emergency.
Of my office with fidelity.
Both promised to work toward making Philadelphia one of the safest cities in the country.
Kevin Bethel is going to be working beside me to make our city the safest in the nation.
To the mayor.
Bruh. I'm sorry, but there's not one city in the United States where the sisters are in control and it's safe. It's just a fact.
In the nation.
To the mayor, who has trusted me with the task of leading the city's safety strategy, I promise accountability and results.
Now, we actually just heard from Mayor Parker and Police Commissioner Bethel. They're at a separate MLK event. Our team spoke to them. Essentially, Parker said that she can't do this alone, that Philly cannot become the safest city in America without the community's help. She's really looking toward the community, toward churches, clergies, and police to help her accomplish this mission. And as for the investigation, no arrests have been made yet. We're live at police headquarters. Karen Hua, NBC 10 News. Back to you, Rosemary.
Tonight, 2 people are dead, 4 are injured after a mass shooting in Philadelphia's Strawberry Mansion neighborhood. It happened just before 1 o'clock in the morning on the 2400 block of Myrtlewood Street, and police say the home was operating as an illegal speakeasy. Action News reporter Brianna Smith joins us live from police headquarters with details tonight. Brianna.
Yeah, Walter, we're working to learn more about those victims and what happened overnight. As you mentioned, police say 2 men were shot and killed and 4 people are recovering in the hospital. Now, we spoke to residents who say it's a shame, but they're not surprised by this early morning crime and what was left behind. Take a look. You can see at least 10 bullet holes remain on this house on the 2400 block of...
And as you guys can see, just... we'll just zoom in really quickly. Here, there is a no guns allowed sign. A silhouette of a firearm in a circle, slashed out. So there you have it. No guns are allowed in this window, but in the other window. Oh my God. I mean, this is a perfect example of why gun laws aren't going to work. These super gremlins are demon time.
On this house on the 2400 block of Myrtlewood Street in Strawberry Mansion. Police responded to the scene just before 1 in the morning and found several victims who were shot. Investigators believe the house was operating as an illegal speakeasy and the shooter fired through the front door and the window from the street. Police say a 53-year-old man died at the house while a 41-year-old man passed away at the hospital. We spoke to one resident who wants to remain anonymous about the violent night in her neighborhood. She says she has lived there for about 20 years and is sad to see the drastic change over time.
It's hard out here. You can't go to the store, you're scared, you're looking in the back of you. And, you know, people are not like they used to be. Nobody's concerned. Never. Nobody's concerned. They don't care. Strawberry Mansion used to be the best. Now, when you say Strawberry Mansion, it's like hell.
And that's how quickly these super gremlins can rot a whole neighborhood away. It's completely rotted away. Okay? Completely rotted away. It's ridiculous, man. It's embarrassing. You know? As a community, we deserve more. We should demand more from ourselves, from each other. But instead, if you point that we have some issues, you point out we have some issues that need to be dealt with, you tap dancing.
In addition to the 2 men killed, police say a 22-year-old woman, 28-year-old man, 33-year-old woman, and 42-year-old man also suffered gunshot wounds, but they're expected to be okay. Now, police say the 41-year-old man who was shot and killed also had a gun on him. Police have not made any arrests, and there are no suspects at this time.
Woo! No arrests, no suspects. No snitch rule in full effect. I mean, these super gremlins are on demon time.
But if you have any information, contact police. Reporting outside police headquarters, Brianna Smith, Channel 6 Action News. Walter?
Brianna, thank you.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.